Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about the best and worst purchases I've made in 2020. And we all know what 2020 is about. I made a lot of purchases and, well, haven't we all? So without further ado, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Don't forget, mostly subscribe and like and thumbs up. Thanks so much. So first we're going to start off, how are we feeling? Best, worst? I guess we can start off with the worst purchases. We'll start on a low note and we'll end it on a high note with the best. So the first thing, this is kind of odd, and if you don't have a cat, you probably won't understand, but cat scratchers, like the little scratchy things, they're cardboard, waste of time, waste of money, wasting the Amazon delivery guy's time, mostly. Because my cat does not use them. She only uses the she likes the little rope things. Now that we have a cat tree, she is like tearing it up, which is perfect because then she's not tearing up my couch. So cat scratchers were a big waste of money for me this year. Second, cactus plants, specifically from like Home Depot and Lowe's. Every time I go, I always pick up a little mini cactus, and for whatever reason I have one cactus that never dies. It's like 5 years old. It continues to grow off the daily, but every time I buy a new one it dies, no matter like what I do with it, whether it's in direct sunlight, no sunlight, if it's in the hot or the cold, whether I water it a lot, a little, in between. They always die every single time. I don't know what it is with this one particular cactus that I can manage to keep alive with no effort, but none of my other cactus plants will stay alive, and I bought at least 5 of those this year. Next, my HP computer. So I bought my HP computer for school this year because they stressed that we needed to have a Windows computer, and that if we had Macs they weren't going to help us, you know, make the transition and blah blah blah. And I soon found out that all my professors use MacBooks, and they were in fact very willing to help us because they all have MacBooks. And I felt like I was in, I don't know, not necessarily the minority because most people have Windows computers, but I don't know, I don't like Windows. It's just not my thing. I'm a big MacBook girl. So buying that HP computer was just a big waste of money. Fun fact, I do plan on selling it sometime either this year or in January. Next, I regret buying any crop top or bodysuit. I don't know what it is with me where I always look at a crop top or a bodysuit and I'm like, that's so cute on the model, it's gonna look so good on me. I never wear crop tops. I just don't do it. Like, I haven't worn a crop top since probably like early 2018 when I was still going out on the town. I don't wear crop tops anymore. It's just not my jam. I don't have the confidence for it. It's gotta stop. And then bodysuits. Something about a bodysuit just never sits right with me. I feel like I have a chest. It just never works out for me. I feel like if you want to wear a bodysuit, you either have to wear like a cute bralette or no bra. And ladies with a chest, you know that bralettes and no bra it just doesn't work. Like, you gotta wear a bra if you got ladies. You know what I'm saying? Next, and this may be I'm disappointed in myself for this one because it's like I knew that these were bad ideas, and yet I still continued to do it. Colored leggings. I'm just a neutral girl. I like browns, navies, grays, blacks. I think that's it. And yet somehow I even like maroony red colors, like dark reds, but somehow I keep continuing to buy colored leggings like blues and pinks. I recently just got rid of all my pink leggings because I don't wear them. And then I have a pair of blue leggings, and I thought that they were going to be more of like a dark blue, and they ended up being like this nasty teal. It's like I see girls all over the internet and they look so cute in their color leggings, and I just feel like there are certain leggings or certain gym outfits that just are best suited if you're wearing just leggings and a sports bra, or just shorts and a sports bra. And we know this with my confidence. Like, can't do it yet, so I'm trying. 2021 might be the year where I'm wearing crop tops. we'll see. That's why I got rid of my Lululemon, like the cheetah print leggings. Loved those, but I would never wear them because I felt like they looked weird when I was wearing like my long, fully covering my stomach tops. It just wasn't working for me. All right, next. So this year technically I kind of bought some of this furniture before, but I also moved and bought more. IKEA furniture. There's one thing that's good from IKEA, and that is the Alex drawers. The Alex drawers, and then the I think there's like this big desk vanity type table thing, and what I see a lot is people do like Alex drawer, and then the table on top and make it like a desk. All that's nice quality, but my TV stand, absolute garbage. My, what's it called? Dresser, it's not from IKEA, but it's like the same manufacturer as IKEA furniture. Hot garbage. It's like IKEA furniture is not meant to be moved, so it's like, okay, if you're planning on staying in your house forever, then IKEA furniture is great. But once you try to like pick it up and move it to a new place, like all my stuff this year is essentially destroyed, like hanging on by a thread, because we had to move it, and it just made me realize how bad IKEA furniture really is. Next, this is my second to last worst purchase. My Sony headphones. I actually made a video when I first got these, and I loved the sound quality. I loved everything about them at first, but I couldn't find the right size ear plug thingy for my ears, and they just like did not work for me very well. Like they would fall out of my ears when I would work out, and now one of them doesn't even work. It's like I sweat from my head a lot when I work out. I don't know, maybe TMI. It's like, I don't know, some people sweat from their back or their butt or whatever. Like I just sweat from my head a lot, and I feel like one of them got messed up. Like it would squeak in my ear, like almost like a busted speaker, and I think it's because of the sweating. But they said that they're supposed to be like sweat proof, so I'm not sure why they failed so miserably for me. So I'm back using my first gen AirPods. I have no idea what to get next. It's like, I like my AirPods, they work well for me, I like the way they fit in my ears, but I feel like I need something else, because I want something that's noise canceling, and I feel like the new AirPods remind me of like what I had with the Sony ones. So I don't know. But my last one, worst purchases of 2020, protein powders. I don't like protein shakes. First thing, if you have a boyfriend that's into fitness, just steal their protein powder. Like it's not worth it to buy your own. It took me over a year to finish the Alani new protein powder that I had. It was just, I just couldn't do it. It's like, it just doesn't taste good to me. I can do the protein, like the pre-made protein shakes, like Premier Protein, stuff like that, but the protein powders, just yuck. And that's all I've got to say about that. Moving on to the best purchases of 2020 and things I recommend to all of you who are watching this video. 1, Theragun. I already talked about it. I didn't buy this for me, but I still use it every day too. It is amazing. Best workout recovery. Even if you're on your feet all day, like if you're a doctor, a nurse, or somebody who's just like on your feet all day long, like food service worker, like anybody, it is the best thing ever to massage your legs and your feet, your back. Oh my gosh. And then you don't have to ask anyone for back rubs. You can just do your own back. It's great. Second, Gymshark Vital Seamless leggings and shorts. They're the best. They're like my favorite leggings to work out in. They're so comfortable, so stretchy. They have like these nice contours that aren't, so like if you know what the flex leggings look like, they're not as extreme as the flex legging contour, but they still accentuate and make you look nice. And they're just my absolute favorite leggings right now. I have 3 pairs of the leggings, and I have 2 pairs of the shorts. Next, Apple Watch. I bought my Apple Watch as like a birthday present to myself this year, and no regrets. I love tracking like kind of what I do throughout the day. I like it because if I don't have my phone on me. One, I use this at least 6 times a day to find my phone because I lose my phone so often. So it's really helpful with that. I love tracking my workouts, like tracking my steps. I feel like I don't even use like all of the features of it that I could, but I really like just having it. I like having a watch too. Like I notice when I forget to put it on or something, like I am constantly like checking my wrist and being like, oh shoot, it's not there. But I like having like the date on there. I like having the time. It's all very convenient and I like it a lot. Next is my Simply Modern cup. Target, I'm telling ya, when I got it, like I said, it was on sale. But I just love it. Something about drinking out of that cup, it's just like so smooth. It feels like a nice, refreshing breath of fresh air. I don't know. It's just something about it. It's so refreshing, so nice. I love it. It's just such a nice sip of water. And especially like when it's straight out the fridge and it's just like nice and cold. Ugh, it's perfect. Next, my phone charging and Apple Watch charging stand. So I have like one of those stands, and I'll insert a picture, but it's like a little stand. It holds my phone, it holds my Apple Watch as they charge, and it just kind of like controls the cords, and it makes it so like stuff's not falling off your side table, or you don't have to put stuff on the floor. You can just set it up next to you. You can set it, I like to set it towards me, so it's like when I wake up in the morning, if my alarm goes off, I can immediately shut it off, or when I look over, I can see the time. And it's just like one of those little cheap things. It was like 10 bucks, but it was just so convenient, especially for the Apple Watch, because like the cord is pretty short, so the actual part of that charges the Apple Watch like sticks into this little hole, and it just like keeps it nicely on there. It's just great. I've many times wanted to invest in one of the ones that has like the entire like iPad charging, MacBook charging, like all the Apple product charging ports, but the one I have is great. I don't need all the extra nonsense. So next, self-help books. I really love self-help books. This year, I think it was this year, I know at least one book that I've read is Rachel Hollis's most recent book. I love all of her books. I want to say that I read those sometime in the last year. I've read all of her books. I've read You're a Badass at Making Money. That one was really inspiring. Love that. But I haven't done a whole lot of reading just because of school, but those are like the people. Jen Sincero was the one who wrote the money book. But those two are like some of my favorite self-help book authors to read. But I just love self-help books. They always just make me feel better, even if it's just for a minute. Like I like to read a chapter and I always just feel like a sense of calm and a sense of like accomplishment after reading a self-help book, or even just one chapter. It's just very nice and makes you feel good. Next, e.l.f. concealer. So the e.l.f. concealer is just like the Tarte Shape Tape, but it's $6. And I really like that it's so cheap, because I definitely use concealer more than I use foundation. Like today, right now, all I have is some concealer under my eyes, and then I did my eyebrows and like called it a day. So I only use foundation like when I'm trying to serve looks. So this concealer is the best. They have a decent shade range. Like they could definitely go a little darker. Like I'm definitely using like the second to last most dark, and like I'm not very dark, so it's like, you know, obviously makeup companies need to work on things like that, but they still do have like darker shades, which is nice. They just definitely could go a bit darker, but I don't think that many people know about the e.l.f. concealer, so maybe that's why like they don't have the best shade range, but it works for me just because they do have a good shade for me. I wear, it's called tan, something tan. I don't remember. Next, blackout curtains. I was so against blackout curtains because I thought that they were just like these big, bulky, nasty monsters, but I found these blackout curtains actually from Walmart, and they're black. Normally I would do like white or something, but I wanted like a black accent in my room. And they're actually like pretty lightweight. Like they do the job. They're definitely not the best blackout curtains in the world, but they keep the room like really dark, and they're easy to open. That's like my big thing with blackout curtains, is I feel like they're so hard to open. But the ones that I got from Walmart, very easy to open, which is what I like, because I like to be able to open the curtains in the morning and have light come in, but I also like to be able to like not have light when I want to sleep. Next up, Brooks Revel 3 running shoes. They are some of the best running shoes ever. I took a suggestion from the lady working at Dick's, and she said that she really likes Brooks and she suggested the Revel 3s. So I bought them, and they're just like, they're great. I love the support on them. They like, I typically either have one of two issues. Either my ankles hurt or they roll, or my knees hurt. And with these, I don't have any issues at all. Like, they really have like that shock absorb power, and they're just perfect for like, I would definitely stick to like road running and like, I don't want to say trail running, but like more so like road, sidewalk kind of running. I personally just don't like running on any sort of like gravelly, because I used to when quarantine first started and like all the gyms were closed, I was running on this track at a middle school, and the middle school tracks, at least in my area, they don't have like a paved nice track like the high schools do. They have like this kind of gravelly, very thin, almost sand-like material, and you kind of sink in. I don't think there's any kind of running shoe that really suits those needs. So these shoes are just like perfect for your average runner. Like, they're perfect for distance, whereas like my on running shoes, I was capped out at about 2, maybe 3 miles if I was pushing it. So Brooks Revel 3s, big thumbs up from me. So last but not least, this is definitely my best purchase of 2020. I mentioned my HP computer and how trash it was, so I decided that I wanted to just upgrade my MacBook. So I sold my MacBook Air, and I actually have it right here, and I bought the MacBook Pro. As much as I had issues with the first MacBook that I got, that was, I guess, just a dud, this MacBook has treated me so well. Like, it's so much better for like editing videos, any sort of graphics. Like, I'm a part of this club at school, and I pretty much do all the graphics and flyers and stuff. So this computer is perfect for doing like all the graphics and stuff that I want to do. It just like runs really fast. It has like, I mean, I just didn't realize how bad the picture quality was on my old computer until I got this. Like, just the quality is just great, and this was only a little bit more expensive than my HP computer, and I just think it's just so much better quality. Like, MacBooks just last forever. My last MacBook, I would have kept it like until I was done with school, but the only reason I couldn't keep it is because it didn't have enough storage. So I was just like, it was already like capped out on storage, and I didn't really know how to like delete more. So that's why I got this one with the more storage, but it's just perfect. I love it, and I will probably never switch to Windows again. So love my Mac. She's great. She's done wonders for me. But that's gonna be it for me. Those are my best and worst purchases of 2020. If you buy any of these things, I'm telling you, the worst purchases are definitely the worst. A lot of them are like me based. They're not just like things that you shouldn't get, I guess. Like, I don't know, I'm not really like all that big into like luxury type, I don't know, I'm just like not a big luxury girl. Like, I don't have fancy bags and purses. Like, I would like one day, but I'm just not the type of girl who like has stuff like that. Like, I don't need a Gucci belt. Like, I feel like for the most part, like, I buy dumb stuff like leggings, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna like break my bank. It's not like, it doesn't hurt that bad. It hurts a little, just it's not as bad as if I bought a Gucci belt and didn't like it. Yeah, all right, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.